hit the far edge of the desert. The late afternoon sun stains the world in crimson. Shadows slowly stretch long and vanish without a trace. Tomorrow seen from afar is still hidden in the mist. Nothing more than a hazy dream slipping through my fingers before the setting sun drenches the sky, before the scattering wind brushes against your skin. I hope you fill your heart to the brim with this light caught today, burning at its fiercest. Know that this moment is the most beautiful. The clock hands orbit their path without rest, focus entirely on the scent of that single small flower blooming by your side right now. Even the breathless air of daily life is a gift that won't return. Don't bow your head weighed down by the burden of worry. Don't fear the storm that hasn't arrived yet, before the setting sun drenches the sky, before the scattering wind brushes against your skin. I hope you fill your heart to the brim with this light called today, burning at its fiercest. Know that this moment is the most beautiful. Don't let your heart be cut by sorrows of the past. Don't cage your soul in anxieties of the future. Listen to the vivid sound of life flowing through the gaps of this fleeting radiance. Yesterday is past, and tomorrow is still but a dream. Breathe this moment in deeply until the world is stained entirely with your color. Through the life laid out before me, I kept walking through the wind and rain. I pressed on through the harsh and drifting sands. Would I find the answer at the edge of the world, like a distant light beyond the horizon? It was here all along, the light of wisdom that is always lit within me. Though I searched for it with all my strength, I never knew my eyes were closed, like a fish searching for the sea. I asked the sun that lights the world and the stars that brighten the darkest night, where is the light I've been searching for? It was here all along, the light of wisdom that is always lit within me. Though I searched for it with all my strength, I never knew my eyes were closed, like a fish searching for the sea. Through the painful years of wandering, 1,000 questions filled my heart. And after enduring every moment, I found a strength within me, steadfast and true. At last, I can see the path. Now I finally understand. There has always been an ocean within me. find it resting there in the deepest place of my heart. On a day when sunlight poured down, I quietly close my eyes and think of our love. Like a coincidence, the warm breeze from that day that passed by. All the times I could only watch you from afar. So many days of hesitation and restless nights. Now I won't hide it anymore. Look into my eyes, can't you see my heart? Just tell me how you truly feel. If I keep hiding my feelings like this, I think I'll regret it for the rest of my life. When you smile, my whole world shines. That one smile fills my entire day. The sunset light pouring down the road we walked together. You were always there. The words I swallowed, unable to tell you. Even now I'm shy, but I'll gather my courage and walk toward you. Look into my eyes, can't you see my heart? Just tell me how you truly feel. If I keep hiding my feelings like this, I think I'll regret it for the rest of my life. I send my true heart on the blowing wind. I wanna stay by your side forever. Even if time passes and we don't know what tomorrow will bring us, like the breeze from that day, I will always stay by your side. I truly like you. Shall I try to steady my restless heart? I walk alone through a deserted alleyway, with a heavy mind and nowhere to lean. I just walk without a destination. The colorful alley and its many hues don't even catch my eye. My heart is floating in midair, and when a deep sigh escapes me unknowingly, I keep walking endlessly through this city. If I walk and walk, I'll eventually know. If I keep walking and walking, I'll eventually face it. My true heart, that deep within me, there is you. Even among these countless colors, the only thing that comes clearly into view is only you. You become the only lighthouse upon this dark sea. On this night when the world blurs and fades, my truth, my gaze is fixed on only one place. Even in the vast darkness, I find only you. The night harbor draws a golden curtain, and brilliant lights dance upon the water's surface. But my soul seeks out only you. Even 10,000 lights are but shadows before you. Though the distant city noise mingles with the waves in my ears, only your breath resounds. Even if the moonlight scatters silver powder over the world in my eyes, only your silhouette grows clearer. Even among these countless colors, the only thing that comes clearly into view is only you. You become the only lighthouse upon this dark sea. On this night, when the world blurs and fades, my truth, my gaze is fixed on only one place. Even in the vast darkness, I find only you. It's okay if you don't come close, just stay there. My darling, you are so dazzling, my vision blurs. A landscape without you is just a photograph that lost its color. Within this tango rhythm, swaying as if drunk, the place where I step is upon your shadow. I don't know when it started. In my eyes there is only you.
What is the meaning of true love? What is the meaning of destiny? The meaning of these words facing me today brings me back to the warm hours of our love. Back to those unforgettable memories, my love, which I thought had grown cold, comes back to life like a flame rising again. The warmth you left behind lingers on my fingertips. The more I try to erase it, the deeper it spreads. The sincerity of that day holds on to me, no matter which way the wind blows. True love only looks in one direction. You are the light that never goes out. Even in the deepest darkness you shine. I know now it cannot be broken or bent, since even fate cannot shake us. This love will never waver. Even if the cold wind pushes me away, my heart is still calling out for you. Even if I lose my way in this shaking world, if I have you, I can stand tall again. Because the sincerity of that day promised under the sunset is engraved upon my heart. People say there is no such thing as forever, but I see it, the truth held within your eyes. You are my one and only miracle. True love only looks in one direction. You are the light that never goes out. Even in the deepest darkness you shine. I know now it cannot be broken or bent, since even fate cannot shake us. This love will never waver. Fate is only here to test us, cannot change what we have built together. People don't know what real love actually is. Like this song that never stops. True love is eternal.
Is fading into autumn air, like fallen leaves drifting somewhere. Tell me, where do broken hearts go when we reach the end and don't even know? We never chose our last goodbye. My longing's drying up inside. Slowly, quietly, day by day, your space beside me slips away. Love and goodbye, they cut too deep. They're words that steal my breath from me. I drive all night down endless roads. Still your memory overloads. No matter how fast I try to run, my heart explodes. I'm undone, I just can't let you go. Footprints on the street we walk, now washed away without a thought. Yesterday's love, I realized, was the last page of you and I. So I whisper to the silent air, hoping somehow you're still there. No tears to mark the final line. You slipped away without a sign. Too deep, they're words that steal my breath from me. I drive all night down endless roads. Still your memory overloads. No matter how fast I try to run, my heart explodes. I'm undone, I just can't let you go. In this empty room I close my eyes, trying to trace you in my mind, but you're fading into blue. Would it hurt less if I just let myself break in two? Love and goodbye still cut too deep. They're scars I'll carry in my sleep. I race the dark, I chase the light, but you're the echo in the night. Every mile just proves it so. I'm still not strong enough to let you go. You're the reason these tears fall. You left me love and nothing else at all. The sunset falls across the ocean wide, painting everything in shades rose of red. My feet move lightly across the sand as gentle waves wrap around them. Now I set out freely on my way. Leaving isn't about closing a door, it's about opening a window within me. I'll gladly let go of the heavy version of yesterday. I wanna leave with a heart that's finally lighter, already walking beneath the sun that shines on me. This is a change in life I choose to embrace and bless. Take me to a place where I can truly discover who I am, because I know how precious it is to be alive. The crimson sunset falls onto the stage. I stand before an old microphone, catching my breath. All the memories I once tried to escape now become waves that gently push me forward, spreading through me like a pleasant trembling. I won't ask where this road will lead. I haven't decided where I'll stop. I simply trust this flow of change to carry me all the way. I wanna leave with a heart that's finally lighter, already walking beneath the sun that shines on me. This is a change in life I choose to embrace and bless. Take me to a place where I can truly discover who I am, because I know how precious it is to be alive. My heart is now lighter than a feather. I close my eyes and let the current carry me. My life is new from this moment on.
Quiet streets and familiar little stores. I walk the same road every day. Then by chance I catch a glimpse of myself, dressed in a perfectly polished style, so dazzling to the eyes. The more I shape my heart to fit the gaze of others, the deeper the loneliness becomes. Don't remain only in the beauty others can see. When all the glitter fades away, the one who remains is only you. The place you're wandering heart was always meant to reach is deep within your own heart. For every kind of love begins with you alone. The others do not matter. Even if love feels clumsy at first, let yourself begin, and warmth will slowly fill your soul. Don't remain only in the beauty others can see. When all the glitter fades away, the one who remains is only you. The place your wandering heart was always meant to reach is deep within your own heart. For every kind of love begins with you alone. The beauty of this world may one day wither, but the flower called you will bloom with a fragrance all its own. More precious than anyone else, you are already beautiful enough.
As darkness settles deep upon the street, the yellow street lamps glow so bittersweet. Lingers on my shoulders as I walk in silence, just like a scene from an old black and white movie. Through the canyon of buildings, the wind begins to blow, whispering warmth to us as we walk so slow. Just like the cozy heat of that cup of coffee, the one we shared when the world felt so small. Those eyes of yours, too burning bright to be just chance, a gaze that held me in a feverish trance. The word destiny starts to bloom within my heart, tying our souls so we'll never be apart. When the Milky Way fills over our heads tonight, we have a love that shines with its own light. With every fiber of my being, with all I am, I love you more than words could ever explain. Steam is rising high on 42nd Street. Wet neon signs and wet asphalt meet, bleeding colors into the puddles on the ground, while the rhythm of tap dance is the only sound. In a tiny jazz bar, through the thick and hazy smoke, where wine glasses clink and the secrets we spoke. Tomorrow this magic might vanish like the mist, but tonight I'd believe the Hudson flows backward if it meant staying forever in this case. When the Milky Way spills over our heads tonight, we have a love that shines with its own light. With every fiber of my being, with all I am, I
are the rhythm of my everyday life. Whenever I meet you and sit across from you, I find myself naturally slipping into you. You feel so familiar to me, and even today you hold every small moment of mine. The little moments of me that you remember, a miraculous warmth that melts my heart. With your tenderness, you make me shine, my precious one. On rainy days, I see you standing far away with an umbrella after a tiring day. You quietly come close to me, and because of you, the world feels beautiful. The little moments of me that you remember, a miraculous warmth that melts my heart. With your tenderness, you make me shine, my precious one. The memory of you has become a love that never fades. Now I will hold even your smallest moments to you. Who remember me? I wanna give you all of my moments, warm moments that resemble you. It's a miracle.
A river flows across the heart of Paris, underneath countless bridges. As the sunset colored water wets my feet, it has become a beautiful scenery. I stop while walking upon Pana. Tightening your deep blue coat, you said, even if the world deceives us and brings us pain, to simply trust each other and just love. The single word was the only light of my life. Lovers passing by on their bicycles, beyond the laughter of people drifting past. I can smell the scent of that day we walked together. Told me to just love only that, like a short confession scattering in the wind. The sand still flows silently as ever, but why does my heart stand still? Only yearning for you. Can you hear it, my darling? My sincerity hidden within these ripples. As the lights of Bateau Mountains embroider the water surface, and the stars of the Eiffel Tower awaken one by one, that word love you taught me makes my heart overflow so uniquely tonight. Promise me on the day we meet again, like the promise is locked forever in a padlock. Let us just meet each other's eyes, hold hands and begin once more. You told me to just love only that, like a short confession scattering in the wind. The sand still flows silently as ever, but why does my heart stand still? Only yearning for you. Can you hear it, my darling? My sincerity hidden within these To just love. The river flows away to the sea. I hope this song reaches you.
Dazzling pure white marble at the end of the long canal, like walking through a veil of mist. Minarets standing tall at the four corners, a mystic wonder as if floating in mid-air, far too majestic to be called a mere tomb. Memories of that day when time stood still, the most brilliant mausoleum built in the name of love. Everywhere your breath touched, flowers begin to bloom. Eternal love beneath the sky of Taj Mahal, tears upon the marble that will never run dry. A promise that won't crumble even after 1,000 years. A stairway to heaven built from the longing for you. Our love, even death could not tear apart. My love remains within you. An imperfect sorrow hidden within perfect symmetry. Though 1,000 gems adorn the walls, you are nowhere to be found. Only my shadow reflected in the rippling water stirs the empty air amidst the heavy silence. Even the sun rising over the red sandstone walls shines a light on the path of my destiny. If heaven exists, perhaps it looks like this, the one and only paradise built upon the earth. Even if I offered all the jewels in the world, they could never shine brighter than your eyes. Eternal love beneath the sky of Taj Mahal, tears upon the marble that will never run dry. A promise that won't crumble even after 1,000 years. A stairway to heaven built from the longing for you. Our love, even death could not tear apart. My love remains within you. As the stars settle upon the white dome, waiting for the day we meet again. At the end of dusty eons, your smile is vivid even when I close my eyes. My love remains within you. Forever. Forever. Beneath the frozen castle walls where moonlight comes to rest, we drifted side by side like shadows in the night. Words kept secret within the fountain's rhythmic flow. Love does not perish, it only finds a way to be born again and again. That day we prayed for this night, to never find its end. The tears we hid behind the ornate stone carvings have become a river that never runs dry through the ages, drenching the deepest shadows of this palace. A flower that blooms only to wait for you. Upon every intricate pattern my fingertips trace, I have etched my longing for you with salt and silver tears. Even if the darkness rushes in to swallow the whole world, my heart remembers the light that bears your name. Faint memories of an ancient, unreachable love. Song of a love that has waited 1,000 years. I call your name beyond the crumbled walls. Though our bodies are drifted apart beyond any reach, my soul shall become a beautiful stone, a flower that blooms only to wait for you. The confessions I could never bring myself to speak become the scent of blossoms and a wind that feels like your breath, if only for a moment, to fall asleep within your arms. I pray you wander through the forest of memories and return to me. Even when the moon fades and the dawn finds its way, our story lives and breathes, carved deep within the stone. Do not forget the love I have left behind in this place. Forever I will be waiting for you.
Six in the morning, a half-born sky, ashen mist resting upon my shoulders. Beyond the weathered window frame, the streets lie rain-soaked, as if the city itself has misplaced its way again. Like steam unraveling from a porcelain cup, I stir your name into the quiet. Along the dim stone walls I wander, a distant bell breathing low through the haze. Has the world forgotten how to move? Love me, let me live inside
the edge of winter, we met by chance, strangers in the moment, but my heart knew first. Was it a scene from a movie I've seen before, or a piece of a dream I once had? Your scent pulls me closer, I can't walk away. It takes me back to a love I can't explain. Maybe all the roads we've taken were just leading me to you. I've been waiting for you all my life, through every moment, every time. Different faces, different walls, different lives, but here we are, side by side. After 1,000 seasons passed us by, now I know you're mine. In the rain, our shadows on the glass, every move feels like a memory from the past. Like I've held you once before, you're the one my heart was searching for. The yesterdays we can't recall, broken pieces finally fall into place, into light. I found you in this life. I've been waiting for you all my life, through every moment, every time. Different faces, different worlds, different lives, but here we are, side by side. After 1,000 seasons passed us by, now I know you're mine. We painted all our love across the sky. If we forget, the stars will remind. They will lead us back again, till the end of
The clumsy darkness settles over the harbor in October. The moon has already risen before the sun could even set. The calm sea whispers a question to me, asking what I am painting today. As the harbor lights flicker on one by one, the city's clamor begins to fade. Amidst the bustling, noisy streets, I was wandering in circles, lost and without aim. The world asked me if I'm being sincere. Sometimes they ask if this is all just a sweet joke. Can you hear the trembling held within my voice? Though I've returned after wandering so many paths, in the end, the only place my heart reached was you. To never believed in a lie like forever, unending love. It turns out it's you, the beautiful you of my soul. In the misty dawn, under a faint streetlight, I suddenly stopped and stared at my shadow. At the end of this long wandering, the melody that remains is you. Every beat of mine is pulsing toward you. The calm sea, the peaceful Mediterranean. Let's dance a dance that belongs only to us. Though I've returned after wandering so many paths, in the end, the only place my heart reached was you. To me, who never believed in a lie like forever, unending love, it turns out it's you, the beautiful you of my soul. Yes, all my wandering was just a long crazy